Welcome back to Before You Were Born. In our last video, we explored 15 unique experiences from the baby boomer era. Today, we're continuing our journey with another set of memorable moments that defined a generation. Let's see what else only boomers can truly understand. Do you remember the simple yet thrilling merry-go-rounds on playgrounds? Unlike today's more secure designs, these had no straps or safety features. Kids would hold on tight as they spun around, making for some exhilarating, if not slightly dangerous, fun. Lifeguards back then weren't just watching out for swimmers. They were often the de facto babysitters for kids at the pool or beach. Parents felt comfortable leaving their children under the watchful eyes of these guardians of the water. Many boomers remember the excitement of getting their first car. However, some vehicles, like the infamous Ford Pinto, had serious safety flaws. The Pinto, for instance, had a reputation for catching fire in rear-end collisions, a risk unthinkable by today's standards. Before bottled water became the norm, kids quenched their thirst directly from the garden hose. It was a simple and practical way to hydrate during playtime, long before concerns about water quality became prevalent. Many boomers were accustomed to running errands for their parents, sometimes even buying items that today would require an ID. It was a way of life that taught responsibility and independence at a young age. Latchkey kids often had to prepare meals for themselves, or even their families. This included using stoves and ovens, skills that were learned out of necessity rather than choice. Playing in the street was a common activity, with games like stickball or just riding bikes. Today, this would be considered risky, but back then, it was a normal part of daily life. Helmets weren't standard gear for bike riders, and many kids rode without any protective gear. Despite the risks, biking was a favorite pastime that gave children a sense of freedom. Society often expected boys to be tough and unemotional, with crying seen as a sign of weakness. This cultural norm has evolved, with emotional expression now encouraged for all genders. Science kits for kids often included chemicals and materials that wouldn't be allowed today. While these kits sparked curiosity, they also came with risks that modern safety standards would prohibit. Dating rules for girls were often strict, with many not allowed to date until late in their teens or even adulthood. This contrasts sharply with today's more relaxed attitudes, aided by modern communication technologies. Sunscreen was not widely used or trusted, often seen as unnecessary. It wasn't until later that the importance of protecting skin from sun damage became a common understanding. Many boomers experienced the reality of military drafts during their youth, particularly during the Vietnam War. This period significantly shaped their views and experiences, something later generations have been largely spared. Hitchhiking was once a common way to travel, seen as a practical and adventurous option. Today, it's considered too risky, reflecting a shift in societal attitudes towards safety and trust. Breakfast often featured sugary cereals, marketed directly to children. While still popular, there's now a greater awareness of nutrition and the impact of diet on health. These memories offer a glimpse into a different time, filled with unique experiences that shaped the baby boomer generation. If these stories brought back memories, share them in the comments below. And to our younger viewers, what do you think was different or special about growing up during that time? We'd love to hear your thoughts.